Now, for this next segment, I'm here. Okay. Now, my boy John, I went to his house one time when I first met him, and he's got like Dracula X SNES boxed as a coaster to hold his coffee. This guy's got so much stuff, and I'm just like, this is crazy. But man, he's got this garage. We could do this segment every week and not go through all the stuff that he has. I want to show you guys Jons Junk. John, how are you, dude?
I'm great.
Yeah?
You're about to see my junk.
Dude, I have been wanting to see your junk for years.
I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I feel like it's time in the relationship to...
And I feel like, like we've grown.
Yeah, I'm committed to you.
It's time for you to show me your junk.
It's yeah.
But is everyone here in TV land ready to see your junk?
No, but that's why we're gonna do it.
Okay.
Trial by fire.
Can I pull your junk out?
There's no better time. So I'm excited to show you the junk because
it's big.
Well, depends on what it is. I got a lot of junk.
Yeah.
I've been collecting for a very long time. I mean, literally my whole life. But in years past, I've gone to garage sales. Stuff has come into my store. I've been to Japan, and I found so much strange stuff that's come out. Some of it's official and licensed. Some of it is weird knockoff nonsense. But all of it has kind of like a fun place in gaming history, whether it's practical or barely at all.
Right.
And I'm excited to look into some of these things with you and explain the junk.
That's right.
So let's grab something, man.
Should we whip it out?
Whip it out. Let's do this. I want to see it.
Let's do it.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
This junk's huge, kids. It's huge. Let me see what I got here.
Yeah, what do we got?
It's gigantic.
Okay.
All right, let's start with this.
This is, okay, so this is, yeah.
It's like the smallest thing.
It is, well, I know, trust me.
I'm feeding the joke.
So, very thin.
Let's get a close up.
So,
see the camera.
Okay. So, see this right here?
Wait,
this is.
There you go.
You look at this.
Is that a camera?
No.
Oh, okay.
So this is something that I found in a shop in Japan for like 200 yen. That's about $2. And on principle alone, I had to buy this because if you look at this right here. Okay, have you ever been out in the woods?
Once.
Once, okay. And did you have your Game Boy with you?
I did.
Okay, well, this is not going to work very well then. So imagine you're out in the woods and you have your Game Boy, and the battery dies.
Okay.
That sucks.
Oh, that does.
So
I think I know what this is.
Okay,
now.
so I found this thing, and right here it's the plug for the original DS or the Game Boy Advance SP, and you take this thing and you plug it into your system, boom, pop out the side.
And you crank it, and you make energy.
That's correct.
To freaking recharge your Game
kinetically
Boy.
recharge your Game Boy Advance SP, or you have a brother or a sister or somebody, so you can play.
When you got your junk out.
Yeah, that's right. Play with it the whole time. Exactly.
Thing. There you go.
So you just do this 2-3 hours presumably until it's charged. Yeah, no, because it's less charged than if you have it plugged into a wall. So it takes a very long time. It is absolutely impractical. But that's the joy of this, is that there's no good reason to have it other than unless the power of the world goes out and you still have to play your Game Boy. Like you're in the middle of Mario RPG or Mario Luigi,
like
Superstars.
Let's just say. End of the world, man.
There's
no more electricity.
Cockroaches have taken over.
That is the hottest item.
This is the #1 component because you don't need to plug it into a wall to charge it. I want you to play with this. Yeah, it's.
We need to play with Jons Junk real quick.
Yeah, this is it. My Game Boy would be charging right now, and I could either play it or I could just watch you do this. Look at that.
I don't want to break it.
You
I don't want to break your
Don't
junk,
worry, you can be
dude.
very rough with it. Yeah.
Like seriously, I could see that. It seems useless now.
Right.
But when the aliens come,
just you wait till the end, man.
Blow everything to bits.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen what is it? Invasion? What's that one? It's new on Netflix. New movie. Michael Pena. Oh,
no, I don't think so.
Extinction.
No.
Check it out.
Okay.
It's cool.
I'm watching it right now.
When that goes down, this is what you're gonna want.
That's the one.
Right here.
Hottest commodity. $10,000 per minute with that thing.
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Okay. Let's get some more junk.
Let's grab something.
All right.
Let's grab it.
I'm gonna grab this bad boy.
Okay.
Because this fascinates me.
That's one of my favorite things for you to grab.
This fascinates me.
Okay. So this one's cool.
What is that? Dude?
This right here. Okay, so late 90s. Well, the 90s in general had a lot of video game copying devices popping up on the market. This right here is called the Dr. V64. Now what you do is kind of like the 64 disk drive, you pop your 64 onto the top of this system, and it has a CD tray. Pop a disc in there, you're gonna have to throw any game in there just to get the system to boot up and power on, Mario 64, Zelda, it doesn't matter. And you pop in a tray, pop a disc of ROMs into the tray, and you can play and copy all kinds of games. So you'd still have to have access to downloading them to put them on here, but you can basically play any game that doesn't require an expansion pack natively with this machine. So it's like a copy device. You can copy 64 games. You can copy Perfect Dark. You can copy Donkey Kong 64. You can copy
And you copy it on a CD?
Onto a CD, and you could throw like 100 ROMs onto a CD. Well, maybe not, because CDs weren't huge, you know, at the time. But you could put 10, 15 games safely. Pop it in the front, boom, you have access to a small library of games. Yeah. And so on top of that, it has a couple different like output ports you can see over here. We've got dual output, interestingly enough. You could have a switch for NTSC or PAL. You have a PC printer port, and I think you could actually connect it to your computer and upload stuff directly. It's really bizarre, but this is one that I actually got from a gentleman.
Where does it come from? Yeah, how did you get it?
So it probably just came from China. I mean, because let's be real. But there was a gentleman who used to work at a store, the very first video game store I ever went to.
What was it called?
Called The Video Game Store. Okay.
Original.
It was called the Video Game Store off of San Mateo and Osuna, and it was one of the owners there. And he came in about 20 years later to my shop, 30 years maybe at that point, and brought this to us. And so I rekindled an old flame, and this is.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's interesting that it has both NTSC and PAL.
Apparently, it also is a VCD player because you have pause.
I was
fast
huge
forward.
VCD, dude.
Yeah, we used to record them all the time. We used to record us.
That was
Smash
like
Brothers.
that's the format of Mexico.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if you know that, but when you live in Mexico, VCD or the Philippines too.
There you go. Yeah. And
So you could pop in a VCD and play it?
You can play it that way as well too.
That's awesome.
With your 64 as sort of like the power of this unit. It's a really fascinating device.
That definitely comes from China.
Yeah.
Is there any information on that?
Bung Enterprises Limited.
Bung.
Yep. Bung Dr. V.
Bung.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite words too.
Bung. Yeah, no, it's great. So from Bung. There you go.
That's awesome.
My biggest junk.
And how much did you pay for the Dr. V64? Is that what it's called?
Oh, he basically gave me this kind of stuff because he wanted it to sort of go to some place that was gonna.
He knew you weren't getting rid of it.
Correct. Yeah, he basically knew it was going into a collection.
Play button, rewind, fast forward, next, previous, all that good jazz.
Yeah.
Menu.
Yes.
Have you sparked it up?
I have.
Man.
I mean, you know.
I wish you would have just recorded some of the menus.
Maybe down the road we'll do something like that. Yeah.
That would have been awesome, man.
Sure.
So, okay, guys. I have a bunch of other stuff here. We have to go. We're going to cut to a commercial. This is a good time, though, for you to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It's a good time for you to hit that like button. If you're watching this live at home, it's a good time to go to the bathroom because it's a commercial.
Yes.
Oh, wait, I shouldn't say that for our sponsors. Either way, we're going to come back
Turn up the volume
and
really
we're
loud.
going to look at more of Jons Junk. And you're going to be fascinated by this stuff. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. Welcome back from that commercial break. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us. And we have seen the Dr. What is it?
Dr. V64.
The Dr. V64. We have seen if what's that movie, the Quiet Place?
Oh,
If
yeah,
that
you'd be screwed.
Oh, you'd be screwed, huh?
Yeah, you can't charge your Game Boy. The monster's
You'd be like,
there.
I need to play my game. Bam!
Yeah.
You'd be dead. That's it. Spoiler alert. Okay.
Okay.
So let's see what more we have over here of Jons Junk.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna pull out your blue ball.
Do
for
that.
your junk.
I've been saving that for a long time.
All right. So
Yeah.
John,
This is the most risque thing
I
we've done.
definitely know what this is.
You know what this is.
For sure.
Okay.
I didn't know what the other stuff is, but I am a huge Dragon Warrior fan. Tell us. I'll let you.
Okay. So this is fun because around the time that Dragon Quest VIII came out, it had transferred over to the PS2, the first big, full 3D orchestrated music, and to celebrate the game's release, they ended up making this slime. What's great about this slime is it's not just a cute, super iconic piece from the Dragon Quest series. it's a full functioning DualShock controller. Okay, has a little stand that it comes with. It's, you know, you can play literally anything with this, and it's not super comfortable for, say, like Contra. But when you're playing an RPG, it's also not super comfortable for that, really. But it's so novel and so charming that you can't help but love it. It's a slime. Like, it's great. It's got every button. You know, the L and R buttons are up here. You've got every face button. You can analog off or on, so you could play it even on your PS1. Little serial port on the back, so you can plug it in. And it smiles at you, it smiles with you while you play this game. And this is one of those things that we actually have this one on display at the store. I've got one in my own personal collection. But
when you find another one, please let me know.
I'll let you know, absolutely. Yeah. And it's cool because you throw it up on the shelf and everybody likes it because it's simple and clean. The iconography of the slime is, you know, it transcends time.
Yes.
You know, we even have soap dispensers at the store that are slime shaped.
You
splash their heads and.
I would love to get into collecting Dragon Quest stuff.
Yeah.
And some people are like, why did I say Dragon Warrior? If you don't know, it used to be Dragon Warrior here in the States when it was on the NES.
Yes.
And because I believe another like a role-playing game had the rights to that.
I believe something like that. Yeah.
And but now Dragon Quest is good. We have it. It's Dragon Quest 11 coming out soon.
Yes.
You can play Dragon Quest 11 with that.
You know, through a bunch of contraptions and cables and wiring stuff, you actually might be able to dongles. Yeah, you get the right dongles, and you can use your junk. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So that's sweet. That's sweet. We're gonna add it.
It's pretty cool.
This blue slime here. Oh, you can't even see.
Put him on the doctor. Put him on the doctor, or in your cup.
Let's put him right here. The doctor.
That looks nice. He's riding it.
I like that.
I do too.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool.
Makes me feel good.
It's so cool. Let's see what we got
next. What do we got next?
I got some cool ones here. I'm gonna bring this out though.
Okay. So this is, you know how we said we had like this cool little Game Boy like hand charger thing, and that's like sort of the end all. It is, you know, energy is the new currency once the apocalypse hits.
Yeah.
Almost.
Almost.
So this thing right here is actually probably objectively a worse unit. It's like a handheld system. You can inject ROMs onto it, hooks up to your computer through USB. You can it has like an NES emulator built into it, essentially.
Oh, nice.
You can also use it as a battery bank to charge certain things. This is also back in like 2000.
Does it have a name?
9. I actually don't remember offhand if it does. I'm sure it did because I looked it up specifically as soon as I saw this.
Okay.
Here's why this one is interesting is because mine's really beat up. This thing is also solar powered.
Oh my lord.
Harness the energy of the sun to play your NES games for like 2 hours and then you have to recharge it again. It's also not practical. And when it is working and functional, it's not that great. Oh, you can throw MP3s on here, or you can put pictures on here. I think even crummy like AVI files, but it plays them at sort of a poor frame rate. So it's not actually really that great to use unless you have literally nothing else.
But again, world's destroyed.
You'll take what you can get. Exactly. If I need to play the Goonies
I'm coming to your house because I'm like,
correct.
I gotta listen to my Lady Gaga.
You can listen to it.
I can listen to it on there.
And then you can play Trog on the NES, and then you can look at a picture of your favorite, you know, member of Guns N' Roses.
Oh.
Yeah. So everybody.
Axl Rose.
Axl Rose. You can look at a picture of him.
Not to be confused by the mechanical dog.
Correct.
Come
yeah.
to
You
a
can
theater
look
near you.
So. So yeah. Objectively, actually, probably the worst thing here. But kind of cool because, you know, who knew?
Because it seems like any electronical device I put out in the sun, if it's my iPhone or it's my Switch, it starts acting crazy.
Yeah.
Not this thing.
No, this thing will actually
This will act better.
Better, exactly. So it has its place.
That's pretty awesome. We don't know what it's called.
I can't remember.
If you know in the comment section, let us know.
Chinese thing that I saw online and had to have.
So you bought this
I ordered
online?
that. Yeah, it was like $20.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
That's great. Okay, here we go.
Okay, let's do this.
What is? Oh, I like this. If you're an N64 fan, right?
Well,
no, I'm sorry, a GameCube.
If you're a GameCube fan, yeah, you could be both though.
You know, even if you own a Wii.
Yes, you can use it on a Wii. Correct.
You know, everyone complains they wanted to use the GameCube controllers on new Smash and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
Well, there might be a way.
Yeah, because what if you had a full-size keyboard attached to a GameCube controller, Well, somebody thought of that.
Yeah.
And they said, let's make this.
It's brilliant. You even have the Z button now.
You got everything, right? And the main function of this was actually for Phantasy Star Online. So you could talk to your friends. Because on the GameCube, you couldn't text, you couldn't do anything, you could, So this actually has some functionality that was used probably more than most of these things other than the slime controller. However, because you can plug it into a GameCube and use it for anything, it's literally just a very wide GameCube controller. So if you're playing, with your friend next to you and you really are angry because he's beating you, you can write an email to his mom or whatever and tell him that he's acting childish.
Bust him out, man.
Exactly, yeah. Get the dirt on him and say something mean without him knowing.
I would love something like this. Like imagine playing Final Fantasy XIV, an MMO, on PlayStation, and these
console.
are PlayStation 4 controllers.
Right, through a series of adapters, you could probably maybe even get this to work.
Like that would be amazing.
And what's cool too is that the actual function and feel of the GameCube portions of it literally just feel like a wide GameCube controller. So it actually, you can play it with anything GameCube. So I have gone to Smash Brothers tournaments with this, and people just sort of, reel because why would you do that? And psychologically, it's very good for yourself.
What I love is that they use the same plastic as the Super Nintendo, apparently. 'Cause
Yeah,
that thing
this
looks
thing is,
like someone peed all over
I've
it.
tried scrubbing and cleaning, and it just, other than dirt, it is just now dyed from the flame retardant
But
plastic.
it's got the purple in the back, all the
does.
things.
It's
Is
kinda
it
nice.
is it an official Nintendo thing or no?
So it was licensed in Japan. ASCII and Nintendo actually made this together, so it's a licensed product.
That's
but it was
crazy.
made by ASCII.
Let me see.
So yeah, it's really nice.
Dude, come on. Make this. Someone make this for the PS4.
I agree.
I need this, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And then I can just be like,
You could write me a message
boom,
while
boom,
we're
boom.
playing a game.
When you're playing those MMOs, right?
Correct. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 14.
Okay.
Finally.
They just told me in my ear I got 5 minutes. We
All
got
right.
5 minutes to wrap this thing.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we got a couple more things. This looks interesting.
So yes.
What is this one?
Along the same lines as the Dr. V64, this is a cartridge copier for the Super Nintendo.
Oh my lord.
So I don't
stop
know
it.
if back in the 90s, have you ever used a Game Genie?
Oh, yeah.
Every now and then you'd pop a game on, it would say
I suck at
copying
games,
cartridges is illegal, which, of course it is. But
They were talking about this guy right
this
here.
is really actually what they meant, because what it has on the side, I don't know if it will eject properly, here we go.
Oh, nice.
Is an actual old floppy disk, and you basically would throw a game on here.
Kids at home have no idea what that is.
This at one point was
Standard.
it. If you had one of these, holy crap, you had all the power in the world. You could fit,
Commodore
like,
64.
a song and a half on there.
Remember you one game came on like 5 of those things.
Yes, you had to install
and you load
it
it and you just sat
or
there and
change
looked
it
at the
out.
bar.
Yeah,
And
and
you
these things
waited?
are like 3.5 megs maybe. It's really nothing at
dude,
all.
so good.
But what's cool about this, unlike the Dr. V64, you'd pop this in. Right now, this is Mega Man 7 Disc 2. You'd throw the disc into the machine,
That's
and while the game
hilarious.
is in there, you could actually rip the game to this. I got this from the same guy I got the V64 from, and he had just a tray filled with probably 100 discs of various Super Nintendo titles. And the bigger the game, the more discs were required to actually play it. So I tried messing around with this and playing through like Super Metroid, and at some point while you're playing through the game, it actually prompts you to insert disc 2, insert disc 3. It's insane.
Right.
Totally
But it
ridiculous.
works.
But it works. Yeah, until you come up with the message that says, you cannot copy games, and then which it was very picky with. Sometimes it would play just fine, sometimes it would yell at you. But same kind of thing, you just pop this in front of your Super Nintendo, throw a game in there, or if you don't have a game in there, you have your disc in, you just turn it on, and boom, you've played a copied game. And
Fascinating.
the police are gonna bust through your wall and kill you.
Awesome. Give it to me.
It's pretty awesome, yeah.
We gotta end this show.
One
we
more.
gotta bring it home.
I think, right?
All right, man. This is looks like something for the N64.
Correct. So this thing, these were really big in the 90s with cartridge-based systems as well too. So you pop this onto the front of your Nintendo 64.
What's
the top
that one
of it.
called?
This is called the Tristar 64.
Oh, this one was called the Super Wild Card.
Super Wild Card. Right,
Yeah,
we forgot the name. Yeah, SMS 30201 or something.
I just showed
320,
them. Super
32.
Wild Card.
Yeah.
SMS 32.
So this had its own power supply, as well as its own video cord. Plug this into your 64, plug the video output into this, and you've got a little flap right here. You can see that? So you can plug in any region Nintendo 64 game here to the front, NES cartridge, Super NES cartridge. You basically have a 3-in-1 system. It's like a PlayStation 3 except better.
Like a mini Retron.
Kind of, yeah, exactly. And it would remap the buttons to your 64 controller. There's a little reset button on the top because it covers the whole thing. But basically, when your mom says, "Does the new system play the old games?" You'd be like, "Yes,
Yes,
you
with
idiot."
this.
Yeah, it does.
For the low price of $200,
Probably
Mama,
at the time.
we can play them all.
I think these are super expensive on old magazine ads like Game Cave and things because the internet wasn't really pushing this stuff as much, but you could find them in the back of those old game magazines where they had like the
Wow.
huge listings of strange
Why wouldn't
things.
you want that as a
Why
kid,
would you not
right?
want this? And I got this working at Replay Games back in like 1998, 1999 maybe.
Okay.
So yeah, local video game store, weird junk.
That's great.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for whipping out your junk
Yeah.
for all of us
Oh, all about it.
here. And now let me know, guys, did you like this segment? Because he's got more junk
Oh, man.
in the trunk for you kids if you want to see it. Man, what an awesome show. I want to thank everyone who was on the show today, all the things that we did. It was good. This is a great time, kids, to like, to comment. Let us know what part of the show you liked the best. Let me know if you heard of any of this stuff. If you heard anything, and what do you have? Maybe we'd like to see what you guys have in your collection,
to.
man. Visit us on Facebook and show us some pictures of your junk. Oh man, I said it. Game related junk. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you're watching this on TV, head on over to our YouTube channel. Give us some love, show us some love so we know you're out there watching. And we will see you next week. Bye-bye.